Should you connect your animated episodes on social media? Hi, if you're new to this channel, I'm Dragana. I am an animator and I help other animators and studios launch their first IP online. And if you want to check more about animation for social media, check the link below. And now let's get into the video. So during our last Zoom call, client asked me, should they have their episodes connected? If they are making animated stories like in parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. So each story can lead into another. So the audience keeps coming back, kind of like you end on a cliffhanger and the audience wants to find out how the first episode resolved and so on. So that is how a traditional episodic content would be done. However, it can backfire for online content because of two reasons. First, if you're new to social media, so if you just open an Instagram account and you want to animate for social media, place your IP into the world, your content is going to look very inconsistent because you still don't have a build-up brand. You still don't have a consistent look, a consistent storytelling pattern, a consistent unique voice to you. So in the beginning, you're still experimenting, finding your characters, finding what your story is going to shape into. And you don't want to exactly tie your audience into something they won't remember just yet. And the second reason is in the beginning, when the audience is just getting to know your characters, they don't know who they are, especially if you have multiple characters, which is a lot harder to remember and a lot harder to achieve than if you were to have just one recognizable character. So especially if you have multiple characters and you have them interacting with each other, it's going to be hard for the audience to remember each of those characters' personalities, what's their quirks, how they're reacting to other characters. It's going to be very difficult for the audience to recognize and remember them right away. So it's going to take some time for you to build up your following and for the audience to get to know your characters. That is why you should treat each episode separately, almost like every episode is for the new viewer. You should treat all of your videos, at least in the first 100 videos you make, that the audience doesn't know you and that you are making as if you're making every video for a new viewer, as if the viewer has a blank slate and they have no idea about your characters. There are going to be a couple of core fans right from the start, but that is going to be minority of people. Majority of people are going to be just introduced to your characters and they have no idea who you are, why should they care about your story, why should they stop. So there are gazillion others animated IPs online with trends, memes, slapstick storytelling. So why should they care about yours? It's going to take some time for them to get to love you, basically. So you should think about your short format videos as your Tinder of sorts, where the audience is getting to know your character, they fall in love with them, and then start thinking about episodic content a lot later on once they already know them. But even episodic content is better done in long format videos or in YouTube or on YouTube platform, because YouTube is more like storytelling driven, while Instagram and TikTok are more vibe-esque, meme-esque platforms for storytelling, for animated storytelling content. So with that said, YouTube and particularly long format is going to be more the place where the audience is going to dive deep with your characters, really commit. So kind of like Tinder and marriage. That's how you want to think about it. You don't want to mistake Tinder for marriage or vice versa. So you don't want to put all the lore, all the deep character plots into short format videos. Short is there to just like you, to get a chuckle, to get an emotional reaction. You don't want them, you don't watch 3-hour Hobbit trilogy in short format videos. So be very mindful where you are placing your content. And this is something you learn in Animation for Social Media program, where I help you launch your first animated IP online and where you'll be matched in a group of other creators who are on a similar journey as you. So you'll be able to see what kind of struggles do they have, what kind of questions are they asking, and you'll be able to feed and learn off each other. So it's a 4-week program with pre-recorded lessons, and where I react to your videos and give you feedback how you can improve each piece and kind of recognize these pillars of storytelling online for social media, because it is very different than long format storytelling, what we are used to in the animation industry, being exposed to movies and TV series storytelling. Shorts is completely different, and our eye and our brain needs to adjust to that format. So if you want to learn how to do that, you can join now with the link below. Our first call is in January, and I'll see you there. Bye.